The historian alleged that the amalgamation was done for the benefit of the people of Nigeria, but for business reasons by the British colonial rulers. Why is this? Why are all these things coming out now? Britain merged Northern and Southern protectorates in 1914 to finance Northern Nigeria with Southern resources. Historian Professor Akintoye. A prominent Nigerian historian, Professor Banji Akintoye, has claimed that the British colonial masters amalgamated Nigeria in 1914, basically to use the wealth from the southern region to finance the northern region. The former leader of Ilana Omo Oodua worldwide, the umbrella and apex body of the Yoruba self-determination struggle, made this known on Wednesday during a global conference organized by Yoruba Nation Youth, which was attended by Yoruba people living in Nigeria and the diaspora. The historian alleged that the amalgamation was not done for the benefit of the people of Nigeria but for business reasons by the British colonial rulers. He said those ruling Northern Protectorate then had a serious problem of finance because the region did not have money to pay the white men working there. Whereas in the south, especially in Lagos and Yoruba land, we produce a lot of wealth that could pay all the workers and still have some remaining. And this was why British thought that to solve the shortfall that was happening in the north, which was making the administration there to go back to England to source for money, there was a need for amalgamation. After all, the southern parts had money, the north did not have money. Let us merge them to balance the finances. It was not a territorial amalgamation at all. It was a business administrative arrangement between the people, the white people ruling the north and the white people ruling the south. No Yoruba people signed an amalgamation letter in 1914. Even Alaafin of Oyo was only invited to witness the celebration, and the same for the Sultan of Sokoto. Recently, we learned that there were 6 people that signed this amalgamation, and they made mention of their name. So, of course, the Alaafin of Oyo was mentioned, but Professor Akinbanji is telling us that no, 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 no. He was only invited to come and witness. So who are we going to believe? Who are we going to believe? This statement coming from this man, the North will not want to hear it at all. Recently, again, somebody wrote that, you know what, the Northerners wanted to leave. Azikwe was the one that disturbed them. Oh, the Northerners are not just too interested. They are not even interested in one Nigeria, but because of we have come a long way. That is why they are still like, okay, let us stay together. I say all those are stories to real. They are storytellers. Well, our problem is evil leaders called politicians. And again, when I remember, oh, the South had money, this and this and that, and the statement made by Gowon then that say, oh, the problem we had then when he was the head of state, when Gowon was the head of state, that Nigeria had money, and I said Nigeria had money. That the only problem, according to Gowon, the only problem we had then was how to spend the money. You know, you have the money, you don't know where to do it. I say, really? And yet electricity was not done. A lot of good things were not done. So what were the things? Some people said, okay, there were developments here and there that he did, but and those are the things that are still there now. But the issue of electricity, why was it not solved? I don't understand. I don't understand though. And Nigeria was still backward then. One thing is that once a good leader emerges, things will be different and everybody will enjoy it. Not that we don't still have the money now. Just like this person is saying, if you have good people at the helm of affair, not that we don't have the money, but the money is going to private pockets. 90% of the money realized revenue going to private pockets. They are stealing it to something that you can't even describe. So after that, what happened next? That is the truth. There was surplus resources in the south, while there were financial difficulties in the northern Nigeria. So the British government merged the north and southern protectorate together to use resources to rule the governments in the north. What is the relevance of this history? When it was cocoa, groundnut, and palm oil boom, it's okay if now that we have oil boom, we should blame our leaders. They are all forgers and criminals. The sufferings we are passing through was not caused by British. Buhari destroyed Nigeria by its religious and sentiments, tribal sentiments. He appointed incompetent tribesmen and allowed women to steal our wealth. I see beauty in our being together. My brother, thank you. The history teller was never born during the amalgamation. No, you know that his nearly grave is looking for recognition. During his early days, he was one of the people that's calling indigenous language vernacular. Now that he is approaching grave, he's looking for opportunities from southerners who love him. Good man. Okay. Oh. Sometimes we southern Nigeria are biased in our judgments. The northern Nigeria was trading on agricultural products, groundnuts and other grain, while southern also are surviving on agriculture, mainly palm oil and cocoa, and no crude oil at the time. No crude oil at the time of amalgamation. The crude oil was the Nigeria problem. We left agriculture because of free oil money. That is why we are here today. But North and South were blessed with agricultural before the oil. Then let each other nation go their own separate way. They say lie lie oh, lie till lie. So British are the main problem of our existence. If you like, no use your sense. The man is saying the ethical truth. You never ask yourself about the gold in Zamfara, or is it not Nigeria on Delta or Niger Delta, or it will be national resources. But the Zamfara gold is not for the Nigerian people. In fact, all this today, there's something else.